The Dragon Who Loved Books. Once upon a time, in a peaceful valley surrounded by tall mountains, there lived a dragon named Draco. But Draco wasn't like other dragons. While most dragons loved treasure, roaring, and flying high, Draco had a very peculiar hobby: he loved books. Draco's cave wasn't filled with shiny treasures. Instead, it was stacked with books, storybooks, history books, adventure books, and even cookbooks. Draco would spend his days reading about far-off lands and magical creatures. His favorite stories were about brave heroes and exciting adventures. One day, as Draco flipped through a book titled Adventures of the Brave Knight, he sighed aloud, "Oh, how wonderful it must be to go on an adventure like this." Meanwhile, in the nearby village, the people were in trouble. A terrible storm had blown away all the maps that guided travelers through the valley. Without the maps, no one could find their way, and the villagers were worried. "How will travelers pass through the valley now?" one villager asked. Another said, "We need help, but who can guide us?" A brave young girl named Mia stepped forward. "I know someone who can help. Draco the dragon knows every story and map. Maybe he can guide us." Mia climbed up to Draco's cave. When she arrived, she found him lost in a book about ancient maps. She hesitated for a moment, nervous, but then gathered her courage. "Excuse me, Mr. Draco. I need your help." Draco looked up, surprised but kind. "Oh, hello. How can I help you?" Mia explained the villager's problem. Draco listened carefully, then smiled. "I may not have treasure," he said, "but I do have knowledge. Let me find a book with the old valley maps. Together, we'll guide the travelers." Soon, Draco and Mia set out on an exciting adventure. Draco soared through the sky, holding a big, old map in his claws, while Mia rode on his back. They flew over the valley, marking trails and pointing out landmarks to the travelers below. The villagers and travelers cheered as Draco guided everyone safely. "Thank you, Draco," said one traveler. "We couldn't have done it without you." Draco smiled and replied, "Knowledge is the greatest treasure of all." From that day on, Draco became a hero in the valley. The villagers often visited him, bringing new books as gifts. Draco even started a reading club for the children, where he shared the joy of stories and adventures. Mia became his closest friend, and together, they inspired everyone to read and learn. And so, Draco the dragon, with his love for books, showed everyone that knowledge and kindness are the greatest treasures of all. The end.